Now it's time to see who has the heart.
If you put your effort and concentration into playing to your potential, to be the best that you can be, I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game, in my book, we're going to be winners.
This is your fight. Now go out there and take it.
What an incredible Cinderella story, this unknown. Oh, he got all of that one. He's got to be pleased with that. The crowd is just on its feet here.
Welcome to a special edition of Applebee's Tailgate Talk, live on location. Don't go away, Applebee's Tailgate Talk is next. Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens, Highway 72 West, just off I-65. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. One of your favorite teams is sure to be playing on the big screen, too. See you tomorrow at Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 Athens, just off I-65. Daily & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daily & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daily & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
Home security is not what it used to be. With Secure Connect and smart home integration features, you can unlock your doors and turn off your alarm from your smart home app. No more hiding a key under a rock. Get Secure Connect and live life connected. Call Ardmore Telephone Company at 800-830-9946 to secure your home today.
When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured, Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
Join us this spring for James Clemens Baseball and Softball from Play Action Sports. Hear action from the Jets and Lady Jets online at PASnetwork.net, on your PAS Plus app, or on your Alexa device by saying Open PAS Plus. If you miss it, you can also catch up on the online archives and hear select games Sundays at noon on WKAC Radio. James Clemens Baseball and Softball this season from Play Action Sports and 1080 WKAC.
Hey, this is James Clemens boys basketball coach Frankie Sullivan, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Good Saturday morning, everyone. Country girls, shake it for me, girl. We're live here at the BARge in Lucy's Branch at Cornhole for a Cure for the American Cancer Society. Tom McClung here, Old Tom Cat, alongside producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080. The rain has come through. Nobody got lit by struckning, so to speak, or struck by lightning, either one. We dodged a few bolts down here on the water, but everything's good. The tournament's still on the way. We'll be talking to Michelle Williamson just a little bit later. Find out if they have walk-ups that just come in and sign up here. The BARge is still the same. Juts out in the river. We got a nice little this one we're on is covered. If you've never been to the barge before, it's a little jewel down here on the Tennessee River. And you have the barge, another barge takes a left, it's wide open, and that will be where the cornhole boards are set up. Look for us on Facebook at Applebee's Tailgate Talk and on Instagram or Twitter at Tailgate Talk AL. Visit us online at tailgatetalk.net to get scores and archives of past shows. You can also vote on this week's Athlete of the Week poll and enter nominations for future polls, as well as find the links to download the PAS Plus app on your Android or iOS devices. Follow the Tailgate Talk podcast on iTunes, Amazon, Pandora, iHeart, and other popular platforms. I scratched it out.
I was wondering.
I scratched it out. The big G is no longer here. Hear us on your Alexa device by saying, Alexa, open PAS Plus. You can call or text us during the show at area code 256-8121-TGT. That's 256-812-1848. Our calling guests come in via the First National Bank hotlines, making communities great. And the special guest segment today is sponsored by Yellowhammer Roofing. Big number 82, Andy Fuller, graduate of Auburn University, played in the 93 to 95 Terry Bowden's teams. Went on to play. He played for the Tennessee Valley Vipers, I do believe, didn't he?
Yeah.
Coached at Alabama A&M. Looking forward to talking to Big Andy. That's what everybody always called him. If I'm not, my memory is not fading me. There was Nicks to Sanders, but there was also Nicks to Fuller. A lot of them in those Florida games.
Yeah, he was a pretty big guy.
Yeah, Coach Spurrier, for some whatever reason, the defense forgot about the middle of the field, and Andy got a lot of yards against Florida in those games. So looking forward to that. We'll have our voice of the Trash Pandas is joining us again, Mr. Josh Caray. Trash Pandas 1-1 this series versus the Wahoos of Pensacola. Get to talk to Josh about that a little bit. Our Havoc hookup, Mr. Clay Coleman, Freak Daddy as we all know him, will be joining us along with AP Steadham, Swami of the SEC, and as I mentioned earlier, we'll sit Michelle Williamson down with us, and talk about this cornhole for a cure. The rain has moved through. They're going to dry the boards off. Everything's going to be good, and we're going to have a great day. They might even lift up these sides, Tim. What do you think?
Well, as long as they wait till after we're gone.
Wait after we're gone to lift up the sides.
It gets chilly.
It does. But there's heaters right over there.
Yeah, well,
right
that's
there.
true.
There's 3 of them, 4 of them down there. So a lot of folks know I've retired from the music business on the weekend nights, but I do miss this place. This one right here I do miss.
It is a neat place.
Especially in the summertime, man. It's really, really a really nice place. Really jumping a little joint here, as they say. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to toss it over to producer extraordinaire for
Scores and more.
All righty, we're getting into that end of the season action here. Baseball is in its schools are in their playoffs.
There we go. All right. I knew you could get it out eventually. I've been wearing off. You're sitting too close to me, man.
Yeah, round 1 pretty much is out of the way. Now, West Limestone, ABS moved on to round 2, so they'll be taking on Summerton Christian on Thursday. Athens will play Gardendale. I'm not sure if that's going to be on Thursday or Friday, but they did move on to round 2.
Gardendale. Oh, wow.
Yep. Gardendale put out Hazel Green yesterday. So some of our teams that got eliminated back on Thursday, Elkmont lost 2. And let's see, I think they might have been trying to think if they were the only other ones that played on Thursday. But anyway, as far as yesterday goes, West Limestone, they're still alive. They split, but they're still alive. They lost to Asheville 6-5, but then defeated Asheville 7-4 yesterday. So they'll have their tiebreaker game today. Lindsay Lane lost both of their games yesterday to Vincent 11-1 and 13-2.
Wow.
So that wasn't close. And Ardmore also got eliminated. They lost to Springville 2-1 and 4-0. So fairly close games there. Softball. Let's see what we got in softball. Well, soccer. Let's go to soccer first. Westminster beat Athens girls 5-0. East Limestone boys lost to Russellville 4-0. I believe that's right. Playoffs start Thursday. Athens will play Hazel Green. The Athens girls will play Hazel Green at Hazel Green. Softball. Now, Deschler defeated James Clemens 3-1. There's a tournament going on out there somewhere.
Out there.
that several folks are playing in, and James Clemens is one of them. But they followed that up with a 4-0 win over Lawrence County, Tennessee. Ardmore defeated Westminster 12-4, and Giles County, they tied them up 7-7. Athens beat Lauderdale County 8-0. Athens over Scotts Hill, Tennessee 6-2. Clements lost to Columbia 3-2. Columbia's softball team must be better than what I realized, because I think they've beaten a couple of teams over here that, normally Columbia, and I don't want to sound mean, but they're, one of those teams that you kind of expect to beat,
Right.
So,
schedule them on homecoming, so to speak.
I guess so.
Well, we used to do that to Madison Academy, too, years ago.
I can remember that, yeah. Elkmont beat Hatton 3-2. It was West Limestone over Cherokee County 4-0, but then they lost to McNairy Central, Tennessee 2-1, and ABS beat Lawrence County, Tennessee 7-6.
I bet that was a good game.
Let's see what else we've got. Oh, state tennis tournaments start up on Monday. James Clemens and ABS have some players competing in there. And let's see. Congratulations to James Clemens, Ben Thomason, and John Luke Stovall. They signed track scholarships with Samford and the University of South Alabama. And coming up next week, we'll be on the road yet again. We'll be at the Athens Cars and Bikes on the Square. So there you go. Scores and more brought to you by P4 Physical Therapy, delivering world-class outpatient care with a purpose. Visit them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com. And as a programming note, we will be bugging out about 30 minutes early today from this show. First time we've ever done that. But I've got to get clean to the other side of the county.
You got to go, man.
Yeah, got a double hitter at James Clemens. They're going to see who wins the area against Bob Jones. They lost 6-5, 5-4. It was a close game. They had to come back I think it was 6-4. Tried to come back there in the top of the seventh and just couldn't do it. So Bob Jones took the first game of that 3-game series, so they'll be playing a doubleheader over there at the Jetsplex, and whoever wins the 2 games will be the area champs. So
nice.
The Jets are already in the playoffs, but
for the trophy, man.
Yeah, they don't know who they'll be playing in the playoffs. So, and hopefully they'll be playing at home for at least the first round. So
now, will y'all get to cover that game, or is that a AHSAA like it is in football?
It's one of those postseason things, but we might.
There you go.
Yeah. It may be another of these deals where we bug out a tailgate talk early and make. Of course, they'll probably, I don't know if 7A playoffs start this coming weekend. So if it does, they'll probably play their first 2 games on Thursday or Friday.
Okay.
Like the 1 through 6A did this week. So, depending on who they get, they may be done, and we can have a full tailgate talk on that Saturday.
Maybe so.
But anyway, there you go. Scores and more brought to you by P4 Physical Therapy.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was a short, quick segment, but it wasn't short, quick. Still, same amount of time as it usually is. Well, we will take a quick break and be right back. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. We are live from Cornhole for a Cure at the Lucy's Branch BARge. We'll be right back.
Hear Applebee's Tailgate Talk on your Alexa device by saying, "Alexa, open PAS Plus," and hear it in crystal clear quality. Applebee's Tailgate Talk will be right back. P4 Therapy is an outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in northern Alabama and southern Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
First National Bank is a name everyone in the community recognizes. We see it in our schools, in our parks, and in our homes. First National Bank is proud to help make our community great. I am First National Bank Student Advisory Board member Elijah Goins from Athens Bible School, and I love to help represent First National Bank in my community. First National Bank, making communities great.
Located at 1880 Highway 72 East and 321 South Jefferson Street in Athens. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Bring a little caffeination inspiration to your next event with Travelin' Tom's Coffee of Athens. Check out their signature products, including a full coffee menu, white chocolate mocha, lattes, frappes, energy drinks, lemonades, and teas. Travelin' Tom serves events of any size, concerts, neighborhood block parties, high school football games, you name it. Travelin' Tom's Coffee of Athens is sure to make any event a little sweeter. Visit Travelin' Tom's Coffee of Athens on Facebook or call them at 434-1734. Travelin' Tom's Coffee of Athens.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
Now on a platform near you, the only year-round weekly podcast covering the Huntsville Havoc, the Wreakin' Havoc podcast. News, interviews, and more. Dropping every Thursday, we'll just reek of the Huntsville Havoc. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and listen, follow, and subscribe on your favorite platform via the PAS Plus app and online at WreakinHavoc.com.
This is Chad McGee, head football coach of James Clemens Jets, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
I'm all about that action. 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 I said I'm all about that action.
Welcome back, everyone, to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. We're live here at the BARge at Lucy's Branch. Cornhole for a Cure, benefiting the American Cancer Society. Tom McClung here, Old Tom Cat, alongside Tim, producer extraordinaire Lambert. And we've got our Swami of the SEC, Mr. A.P. Steadham, on the hotline, First National Bank hotline, making communities great. Welcome to the show, A.P.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. So glad to be on Applebee's Tailgate Talk, WKAC 1080 AM, Athens, Alabama.
Ooh, so glad to have you, buddy. How's things going in the world of AP?
Yeah, great. Doing great. We're headed to Detroit this week for the 2024 NFL Draft. So we've been around the country now since they moved it out of New York. We used to go to Radio City Music Hall in downtown Manhattan, but they moved it across the country. The only places I've missed is Philadelphia and Dallas because I had to attend the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame event that year. Had a couple people being inducted. But we've been to Las Vegas and Cleveland and Chicago and Nashville and Kansas City. And so we're looking forward to being in Motor City, Detroit.
So which one so far has been your favorite? Maybe we asked that before, but if so, I'll bring it again.
Yeah, New York has been the best because it was so organized, the way they let us interview the players. Yeah, every year since then, it's been questionable because we're not sure when the players are coming out so we can interview them. And it's just the access has been up and down.
Really?
So we're not sure. But, yeah, usually on Wednesdays we get access. They participate at a children's event. And then after that, a couple hours, and we get a chance to speak to them, usually on a football field.
Gotcha.
We're hoping the weather is good this time in Detroit. Yeah, so it's up close and personal on Wednesdays, and then Thursday nights, sometimes they limit it to the... One time, I'll give you an example. They had the draft in Nashville, and when the two players were drafted, Quentin Williams of Alabama for the New York Jets and Jones, the quarterback from Duke for the New York Giants, they only let the New York people do the interviews. But what happened was I happened to be right next to those two players, and all the people were just crowded up behind me, so I was right in front of the players and able to talk to them just like I was from New York.
Well, trust me, AP, you didn't just happen to be in front of those players. You were strategically located in front of those players. I've seen you in action, brother.
So you have to be nimble. You have to be aware of the circumstances and the surrounding scenario. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's always adventurous.
So, for those who don't know, I was on the field at the Iron Bowl this past year. Rick Beach from Georgia and I and AP were standing there, and all of a sudden AP says, "Come on, y'all come with me." And I looked at Rick. I'm like, where's he going? Because it was shoulder to shoulder down there, man. I wasn't, I just knew we were going to be fine on this end. And next thing you know, a photograph shows up. AP standing down there right where the Alabama guy made the catch. And I say, oh, that's where he was going. So, yes, you were just happened to be looking.
Almost like you knew what play they did.
Almost, exactly. I've never seen
great Digger time.
Yes. So,
sense of anticipation, you have to have that.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of Alabama football, what did you think of the spring game? I watched a little bit of it. Wasn't able to catch a lot. Alabama spring game.
I just watched. Yeah, I watched some of it, and the only thing you get from it, you watch the people when the ball's thrown to them, do they catch it? Yep. When the players open, can the quarterback be accurate? Are they blocking the people on the edge? Who has good moves as a running back? Who's elusive? Who has some speed? Who can catch the ball out of the backfield? Is the kicker making the field goals? Does the punter have the height and the accuracy? I mean, you're looking at some of those things, but overall, they're not running their schemes, so it's hard to detect or project. You see talent. You can see some talent physically, but outside of that, I don't take much from those games. I've seen players be the MVP and disappear, never hear from them again.
Right. Yeah. It's good exhibition anyways for the fans.
Right, yes. Sure is to see them physically, yeah, and watch the coaching staff and those types of things and have fun seeing your team.
So I was carrying a couple of baseball games last week, and I didn't get to see any of it. So what was that accuracy like in all you were talking about?
Well, Jalen, I think he was Jalen Milroe was 3 for 9, I believe, for 100 yards. But you did see the transfer receiver from Washington make some nice catches. So that was encouraging. I mean, he was like a third or fourth receiver at Washington. He looks like he could be one of the top 2 receivers at Alabama, Bernard. So we'll see what happens.
Okay.
So the quarterbacks, Ty Simpson, he's always had a reputation as being pretty accurate. And all the quarterbacks are staying at this point, but maybe they get to camp in the fall and they compete, and maybe 1 or 2 of them transfer. We'll see.
It's not starting to look like the Alabama basketball team as far as that goes.
I mean, isn't that amazing?
Okay.
You reach the Final Four for the first time, and then all of a sudden everybody's hitting the road.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's you never would have thought. You're thinking everybody's going to come back and try to repeat, but that doesn't happen in college basketball anymore.
So I'm sorry, I've been out of town. Literally, have been out of town working. How many have?
Five that I know of, and then Mark Sears is declaring for the draft, but keeping his eligibility open.
Okay.
He's going to test those waters, yeah. So we'll see what happens.
Big news out of Auburn on basketball. Janai Broome is coming back. Dylan Cardwell is coming back. I never thought I'd see that. I figured them boys was gone.
Big news, literally.
Literally, yes.
Literally, they're coming back, and that's good for Auburn, and it's going to be fun, I think, these next 5 years in the state of Alabama for the basketball.
Oh, yeah.
Because Bruce Pearl, he's one of the top coaches, and he can acquire talent, recruit talent, challenge talent, and then Nate Oates, of course. They're both in the top 10, I think, for being paid. the two head coaches in the state of Alabama. Who would have ever thought? I mean, that's history. Just the coaches being paid, the top 10.
Absolutely. Auburn picks up, I believe his name is J.P. Pegues. We had a defensive lineman, J.J. Pegues, and he played on the offensive, defensive. He's currently at Ole Miss. But this guy's out of Furman, so I don't think they're related. Just happen to have the same last name.
Yeah, double-digit score. Yeah,
yes,
so
we like
always
that.
Looking for scores. Just like college football, more points on the board, same thing in college basketball. Those days of trying to win 50, 60 points are over. They've probably been over a long time ago, but some coaches are slow to adapt. But Auburn and Alabama, they like to push it and score a lot of points with their basketball team, so good for them.
Absolutely. Now, Aiden Holloway entered the transfer portal, and I can't say it's rumors, it's message board crap. Is he actually looking at Alabama to transfer over there?
Yeah, he is, and I'm wondering. I didn't think that you could. I didn't know you could transfer within the conference at this point. Maybe just for the basketball, not the football.
Exactly, you can't with football, not right now. But maybe this is just basketball. Maybe they're allowed in basketball. I'm not sure.
Yeah, in the basketball, they don't mention it as frequently. So that must be the case, because there's no way that any player would transfer and sit out in basketball. I wouldn't at this point.
I'm not talking anything personally about these two gentlemen, because I watched them play, and they're great kids.
Right.
I've seen them both do great things with fans, but I've never seen as many wasted offensive possessions as when Aiden Holloway and KD Johnson was on the floor for Auburn. Just go down and waste a possession. Jack up a three. 10 seconds into the play clock. KD lowering his head and driving into 3 7-footers where you're, and they both transferred. So maybe if he goes to Alabama, Coach Oates can get that out of Aiden.
Yeah, his shooting has to improve for sure. His percentages were not very high on the 3-point and the field goal percentage. And then KD, as I understand, I think he transferred to George Mason.
He did transfer to George Mason.
Yeah. So the Holloway, if he was at Alabama or any other place, they have to strategically school him on where he's making shots, and then he has to get up a lot of shots this summer to practice, because what his percentage is right now, it's not helping his team.
Right. Yeah. That's true. It did not help his team at all. Go ahead, Tim. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, we were talking the transfer portal, and going back to football. Alabama's had a player that's been back and forth.
Proctor.
Folks will read this headline and saying Proctor's entering the transfer portal and not reading the article, and they're thinking he's going away, and when he's actually coming back.
Yes, I'm trying to think of a situation, and of all the years I haven't heard. You commit to Iowa. Then you attend Alabama.
Yep.
You play for Alabama. You transfer back to Iowa. You leave Iowa without even going through spring practice, and you're back to Alabama. I think that's one of the most unique transfer situations that I've ever heard.
But it reminds me a little bit of that scene in Forrest Gump. So I went to the White House again. I went to Alabama again. Played for the Tide again. Met the President of the United States again. Both of them are great. Great privileges. It's boring, to this guy.
And then he's got to pee.
Yeah, too many Dr. Peppers. Oh, I love it. But you're right, AP. It's a new world, man. It's a new world in this college sports.
Yeah. How about Kentucky? They lost the whole team through the NBA draft, graduation, or transfer portal. The entire team. It's probably happened somewhere at some point, but I just don't recall. Losing the entire team.
A guy that's on our show, and he'll be on a little bit later. I'll have to ask him about it, but he mentioned last week that the hiring of Pope was going to free up some NIL money that they were going to offer to these guys, like in the $1 million, $2 million range. To keep them to stay. But then while I'm out, I'm working, I'm catching up a little bit at a time. This guy's going, this guy's leaving, this guy's leaving. So.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I've heard that they had put the freeze on the money when John Calipari was there, so it really kind of forced his hand.
Yeah.
And then he went to Arkansas. He'll win at Arkansas.
Oh, he's going to do fine at Arkansas. Yes, sir.
Yeah, he'll do fine. But in basketball is a tournament sport. The winning, that's a given. We must win because we want to be in the tournament. That's a given. But what's he going to do in the tournament? 5 years of one first round loss. You get to the second round, COVID, and then the losing season. This is Kentucky.
Yeah.
That's the record. 5 years.
They're not going to put
that's a record for some mid-level program, possibly. Not Kentucky basketball. I mean, you talk about underachieving and allowed to be there for 5 years, and those are the numbers. Yeah, he'll win at Arkansas. He'll be in the top 4 probably every year. But what is he going to do in the tournament? So he has to really examine his tournament coaching and how he prepares the team. Because, I mean, how could you recruit all these All-Americans and you're saying, well, they're young? Well, yeah, you knew that when you recruited them. I mean, that was something that was a given when you recruited these young All-American players. So you have to balance the roster. That's on you. That's on you. I mean, you can't keep every year say, well, they were young, they weren't ready for it. Well, you were in the top 4 of the conference. They must have done something. They must have knew how to win some ball games. You play a tremendous schedule.
Right.
And then all of a sudden you can't beat St. Peter. You can't beat Oakland.
Yeah.
So it doesn't.
Or Yale.
It doesn't. Right.
But
right.
I give Kentucky this. They didn't have one of their best players ejected in the first quarter. Against Oakland. Auburn wins that game if Chad Baker's in the game. But, hope he learns from his mistake.
Yeah, that was a brutal mistake. That was I don't see how you work so hard during the summer, all the season, and then you're going to let one. I mean, basketball is a contact sport, so he pushed a big deal. You've never been pushed in your life. You played basketball. You've been shoved at some point.
Yeah, but you
accidentally, intentionally. Yeah,
you don't do it with an obvious elbow running down the floor.
No,
it's just you find other ways. It accomplishes getting your butt thrown out of the game, putting you back in the locker room.
Yeah.
On the day his daddy showed up to watch him play ball. I mean, I love Chad Baker's. I'm not going to continue to beat the kid up over mistakes. I've made enough of them, but it happened. And
Yeah.
He's coming back for next year, and he is a dynamic player. So let's bring him back.
Yeah.
It's not like
maybe he's going to have his chance to redeem himself.
Exactly.
It's not like you can take a shot underneath a pile like you can in football.
No.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
That reminds me of
that doesn't happen.
It was one of Terry Bowden's last years. Damian Craig was the quarterback. Auburn was playing Army. And it was a tailback.
I remember that.
Fred
Baxter?
Fred Baxter. He come out of the pile fighting mad. And then I said, something must have happened in that pile. Fred's not that guy. And then they go back and they re-show it. And the guy from Army, you could see his hand come up under. And it was he grabbed a handful and there's a big old honk right there where the cup should have been. Right. And Fred come out swinging. He come up swinging. Yes. It was the funniest thing.
Right. Oh, yeah. I remember that game. Wasn't that a 1-point game?
Yeah, it was, yes.
I mean, isn't it amazing that Alabama and Auburn, I believe they both have played Army just once, I think.
Really?
And they both had tight games against Army. Alabama in the Sun Bowl in '88, and then Auburn in that game you mentioned. Right. What was that, 90? I don't know when that was exactly, 90-something probably. That's amazing that the two powerful state teams from Alabama and Army, it went right to the end.
They struggle with those ball control offenses like that veer wishbone. It still works sometimes. But the end of the first quarter of that game, there were two things stuck at. Well, three. Auburn won the game barely, but they won. But and then the Fred Baxter, groping, so to speak. But at the end of the first quarter, Army fired off that howitzer they had over there, and Damian Craig liked to come out of his cleats. It scared him so bad he flinched. And they had the camera on him for just a brief second. That gun went off. You could almost read his lips, but it wasn't up close. But
yes.
Yeah, but
So you're going to the NBA?
No. Hey, I wanted to just mention.
Okay.
NFL
Yes.
NFL draft.
NFL draft.
Yes, sir.
And 13 players accepted an invitation, which is a low number. Usually it's 20, almost 30 sometimes. We have 7 from the SEC, 3 from Alabama, 3 from LSU, 1 from Missouri. And then you have the high-profile quarterbacks, Drake May from Carolina and Caleb Williams from USC and some other players. But so that's the smallest number I've seen accept an invitation to the draft.
So I was curious about it. I was thinking surely they sent out more invitations than 13.
Yes.
But the guys just didn't accept. They didn't accept the invitation to the draft.
Right, didn't accept it. So some of them stay home. Some of them are quiet. Like for instance, I remember when Najee Harris didn't go to the draft, and they have other plans. They're either at home, where they were born and raised, or they're on campus, or they have a big party somewhere with their agent and family and friends.
I got you. Okay.
But some of them they're on. They'll show up on Wednesday. We'll have access to them on Wednesday, which is a lot of fun to speak with them one-on-one. But only 13 this time. So I've seen it almost close to 30. Now we've seen 13 in this 2024 era of the NIL. So maybe they're putting on big parties or something. Maybe they don't feel they want to take that stroll across the stage and shake hands with the commissioner. And I've always encouraged the players that I knew to stay for the second day if they weren't drafted. I've seen it happen both ways, where the player was maybe taking the first or second on the second day, but they weren't there because for whatever reason they were either frustrated or mad that they weren't taken on the first day and went home. And I've seen players stay, and they had that memorable walk and video for a lifetime to go shake the commissioner's hand. So I think it's short-sighted and childish. Stay there. I mean, they're taking care of you. Why not be there? Millions of people would love to be in their position.
Okay, we've got just a little bit more time, and I want to ask your opinion on one thing. Cam Newton put a video out this week. Did you see it? Did you watch it?
Not what was the subject matter?
The subject matter was the time he was at Auburn during his senior year, and the accusations of him taking the money from Auburn.
Oh, right. Yeah, I didn't
watch
that particularly.
Shannon Sharp was the guy that was hosting it. It's a good watch. Yeah, in an interview. Yeah, it's a good watch.
Yeah.
And if anybody out there hasn't watched it, Alabama fans and Auburn fans included, Mississippi State fans, everybody. I mean, if Cam's lying, there's no need for him to lie right now. We're how many years past?
Right.
So, but yes, I encourage everyone to Google it, watch the interview, and believe what you want to believe. But it's very revealing. Put it that way.
Yeah, I would say maybe people probably wished that whatever he had on his mind would have been said publicly when it happened. That's all I would say.
Exactly, but when the FBI's in town looking at stuff, sometimes you're required to keep your mouth shut by probably officials. Yeah.
Right. So maybe that was the reason. Maybe
so.
That was the reason he couldn't say as much. But
absolutely. But AP, tell us.
But anyway,
I do encourage to watch the video though. And
okay.
And let us know where we can find AP and Kelly.
Yeah, AP and Kelly, as we see it, a syndicated radio show. We're on across the state of Alabama, and we put up our schedule every Thursday where you can hear us on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and we're always available Thursday afternoon. We put up the tape show on our Spotify location, AP and Kelly, as we see it. This week we had Tom McMillan, who is the CEO and president of Lead One Association that represents all the athletic directors and football programs at the FBS level, 130 plus. And then we had Rick Christ, who's the brother of Paul Christ, who was a coach at Wisconsin there. He's heading up one of the people on the organizing committee for the NFL draft. So we had 2 interesting guests, and that was a lot of fun to discuss it with them. And I'm sure we'll be talking to some people in Detroit for the upcoming show, and we look forward to it.
And we're looking forward to having you back next week and tell us all about it, bud.
Hey, thank you. We'll be talking maybe from Detroit or somewhere. I don't know. Who knows?
That'd be cool, man. That'd be really cool.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, AP. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye. ladies and gentlemen. AP Steadham, our Swami of the SEC. And it's time to take a break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens, Highway 72 West, just off I-65. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. One of your favorite teams is sure to be playing on the big screen, too. See you tomorrow at Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 Athens, just off I-65.
Davis & Cole LLP in Athens has served the area assisting individuals and businesses with bookkeeping, tax preparation and filing, and routine accounting. Davis & Cole LLP, located at 105 South Marion Street, open weekdays 9 to 5. Call 256-232-9994. Davis & Cole LLP.
While others have come and gone, the Lions Den Gym has been roaring as a workout and exercise fixture in Athens, growing from its humble basement beginnings in 1981 to their current 10,000 square foot location at 212 Commercial Drive in Athens. The Lions Den offers 24/7 access to their ever-expanding equipment collection that includes treadmills and climbers, elliptical trainers, stationary bikes, loose weights and dumbbells, and over 45 different weight machines. Contact the Lions Den Gym about a membership today at 256-652-2627. Visit them online at lionsdengym.com or on Facebook. The Lions Den Gym, 256-652-2627.
Coming this fall to a podcast platform near you. The Wingmen.
There's someone on the wing. Something.
Join us live every week this football season as Kirk Pierce, Johnny Johnson, and Brad Kimbrough talk James Clemens sports with coaches, players, and other special guests. The Wingmen.
We're winging it, Jerry.
Coming this fall on your favorite platform via the PAS Plus app on your Alexa device by saying Open PAS Plus and online at jcwingmen.net.
Hey, this is David Rocker, former Auburn and Los Angeles Rams defensive tackle, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Talk to Come on, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I was giggling. All right, Tom McClung here, old Tomcat, alongside producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. Applebee's Tailgate Talk live here at the Lucy's Branch BARge. Cornhole for a Cure going on today, benefiting the American Cancer Society. And we have Michelle Williamson, our hardest working lady in Limestone County when it comes to these cancer benefits. And you guys, you set the... It's not going to rain. Not today.
0% chance.
0% chance of rain. I tell you what, let's just go ahead and set up all the boards on the BARge, and we'll have it ready to go ahead of time.
Yeah, lightning and all.
Lightning and all.
It's all moved out now.
It's gone. That's gone. Have you got the boards dry?
And we got some sun.
Yes.
Boards are dry.
All right. That's the main thing.
Teams are coming in early.
Do wind-aided tosses count? I mean, is that,
no.
Okay, that's why I didn't know.
We mean
that is,
you know, it's
kind
of like the Olympics. You know, they can't have a world record. You know, because the wind was blowing so speed. I'm wondering if she's got somebody out there checking wind speed.
Oh, I
not
see.
Today.
Not today.
Okay.
Not today. All right. Talk about this. This. How many years have we been coming down here? 3, 4?
We've been down here 4.
4, okay.
And for several years now, I'll go into first for County for a Cure is the American Cancer Society team that hosts this tournament each year. We also host mud volleyball.
Yes.
Y'all are part of both of our cornhole and mud families, so
love
we
it.
appreciate y'all so much. This is our 4th year down here on the BARge. This is one of the best decisions we ever made.
I agree.
It's a win-win for everybody. It gives a whole different scenery. It showcases our river in our county that a lot of people don't know about. And when you get them down here, they're drawn in, and it's beautiful.
It's a jewel. This is an absolute
jewel. It is, absolutely is.
So, is the tournament full?
No, the tournament really, we can take as many teams that'll show up.
Okay, so walk-ups are allowed.
All the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening, you're not playing, call somebody who might. Walk-ups are allowed. What time is registration closed?
Registration starts at 11.
Oh, starts at 11.
Starts at 11. We try to get everything in, and it closes. We try to get the bags off by 12 o'clock.
The bags in the air at 12?
Bags in the air at 12.
All right.
Yes, sir. So anybody that's listening, you want to come on down, it's $50 per team. It's $500 first place, $300 second place, and $200 third place. And our tournament prize money cannot be would not be what it is today without Halston Carter and Grayson Carter and Son Contracting. They are such a huge part of this tournament, have been for years. We needed new scoreboards. They came to me, talked to me about them. I told them our vision. We ordered, they pretty much put together what we wanted, and it's been a huge addition to the tournament, and just them being in the tournament every year is a huge addition. And we always try to bring someone with them, with us down here to kind of say hello and talk to y'all. And today we have Jason Black.
Jason Black, former commissioner. Are you working for Carter and Son?
I am in between jobs. I'm going to work for Grayson, Carter and Son, and Halston, and that'll happen in May.
Okay. Congratulations.
I'm right now still working with Morrell Engineering, and they're just they kind of scratch each other's back, so it's kind of like I can do both of them right now at the same time because it's really the same thing. It's just customer relations and introducing people that the right people and stuff like that. So, excellent. And so I've been down here every year since we've had it here. Did it as a county commissioner, loved it, and then just came down here as a community member because it's 3 miles from my house, so it's a no-brainer. You come down here.
Right down yonder.
Yeah. And I mean, there's a guy that just brought me a sausage and egg sandwich in here.
Yeah.
Is that amazing?
Yes. Those things are something.
He said, would you like a sandwich? And I thought, I don't know you, but that's a sandwich.
And it's for me.
And it's and it's cooked on that Blackstone.
And I think he went to Florida and got these oranges this morning.
Those are
orange slices. I don't know. They're
either Florida or Publix, one of the two, because they come straight up out of Florida.
Or Moulton, I don't know.
Yeah, it could have been Moulton.
I mean, Publix is.
Oh yeah, Publix is.
That's the first Publix I ever saw was in Florida.
Lakeland is where the main office is down there.
Yeah. But I know Halston likes being involved in community affairs, and he's involved with the schools. He's involved in anything that that has a need. So this is something that I know he's very passionate about. I'm a cancer survivor. His wife's a cancer survivor, and this is something that it kind of gives back to those people that cut your grass when you had chemo, or those people that brought you food and stuff, when you didn't feel like cooking. And these are things that this type of organization does. It doesn't just go to research; it goes to people. So that's what this is all about.
A little on the personal side, my brother-in-law works for Halston, Grayson, Paul Ramsey.
Okay, yeah, I know Paul.
Paul, Debbie's my wife.
Yeah.
Paul is currently going through kidney cancer.
I didn't know that.
It's not official that it's cancer, but he has been in surgery.
Yeah.
And they're going to get the other tumor off. So all of this stuff is working for. It's a little personal this morning that we, especially with Carter and Sons.
Yeah.
And Paul being an employee there.
Oh yeah, and it's I hate that for him. He's always been a quiet, easygoing guy,
Just don't mess with his overall.
Oh, look, I used to go down Elk River fishing, and if I could ever see his daddy up under some trees under the limbs, I just waited on him to leave
because that's where the fish
were.
Hey, Glenn will tell you, though, the best place to catch fish, right?
In the mouth.
In the mouth.
Yeah. Oh, that's exactly what he said. I asked him a lot of times, and he'd wave at me when I went by. Yeah. He knew I was coming back, so I think he always left the ones that were just under measuring size. So.
That's the ones,
yeah. That's the one I got to
because the crappie just under 6 inches.
Yeah,
huh?
But he didn't know I was real close to the boat ramp.
That's good. So, where do you want to go next? Question. I can go into this stuff with Carter and him a lot, but
sorry.
No.
I think in listening to y'all, and it just kind of it brings everything home. Cancer has touched so many lives.
Yeah,
we've lost friends, we've lost loved ones, we've got people fighting it now, and it's in the Limestone County family. And when I say that, I'm talking about the entire county, because when one person fights something in this county, we all fight it. I mean, you see that in health, you see that in disasters, you see that in everything with Limestone County, and it's such an amazing place, and you truly are like one big family here. Yeah. And this is just a piece that that we're talking about today. But it's bigger, but it's the same.
It is.
We're a very close-knit community.
Another personal thing to thank the Cancer Society. My dad passed away February 5th. He had dementia and kidney cancer, and the official cause of death was listed as kidney cancer.
Yeah.
So yes, y'all keep doing the good work. Keep it up, and as long as I'm helping Mr. Tim, we'll be at the mud volleyball. We'll be at the cornhole for the cure. Absolutely. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
Great success today. So glad the rain moved through this morning. Enjoy. It's time to take a break. Ladies and gentlemen, come on down. Registration starts at 11.
At 11.
Bags in the air at 12. You got plenty of time. Come on down and join the tournament. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate. We'll be right back.
Congratulations to Stephen Maldonado of Clements, our Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week, and winner of a gift card from the Athens Applebee's and a Tailgate Talk t-shirt from that shirt printing place. Go to tailgatetalk.net and enter your nominations for future polls. Applebee's Tailgate Talk will be right back. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right.
Home security is not what it used to be. With Secure Connect and smart home integration features, you can unlock your doors and turn off your alarm from your smart home app. No more hiding a key under a rock. Get Secure Connect and live life connected. Call Ardmore Telephone Company at 800-830-9946 to secure your home today.
P4 Therapy is an outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in northern Alabama and southern Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com. Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
This is James Clemens girls basketball coach Monica Maxwell, and you are listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
When you're born in this world, you're given a ticket to the freak show.
So you're a control freak?
It's just a freak show anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard the introduction. Clay Coleman, Freak Daddy, our Huntsville Havoc hookup. How you doing, brother?
Hey, they're good. How are you guys? Good morning.
Man, we're doing all right. The boys got to step it up. We got
yeah.
We only got one left tonight.
Yeah, it's one of those things in the sports world. It's do or die. So we'll see what happens tonight. They went there last night. It started out really, really bad, and they tried to come back, but got to 5-4, and it was done. So, but Peoria has beat Evansville, so it will be whoever, Huntsville or Roanoke, against the Rivermen for the championship.
Really? So they're that far into the playoffs already? Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. So whoever wins tonight will go face Peoria, and it's funny. The message boards have been going crazy, and it's a prime example. You know, all the Rivermen fans are, oh look, they don't want to go to 5 games or whatever. And I called Glenn DeTulio yesterday, and I was like, hey, so what's the deal? And he's like, well, you don't really publicize it as much because you don't want to throw anybody else under the bus, but it's actually the Rivermen don't have the arena availability, so it has to be the 3 games because they've only got 2 slots that they can actually have ice. So it'll be a 3, not a 5, but you watch and you go on the SPHL fan page. Actually, I usually never get on and comment or talk, and I have this week for some reason. And I went at a couple people last night because they were, just saying, "Oh, everybody's scared of the Rivermen and whatever." And it's like, no, it's like you don't realize that they just don't want to lose money. They're a for-profit business, and if they go down and have to get in the series and the charter buses cost this, the hotels cost this, and it's 7.5 hours away, they don't want to do it twice.
No. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure we could manage 2 more games in Huntsville at the end.
Well, that's right. Yeah, if they want to come back and let us have the home ice advantage, sure, absolutely.
Yeah, we wouldn't argue with that a bit.
And it's funny. I mean, I guess it's just in any sport you have the fan side where the unrealistic, where what they think. I guess it's the armchair quarterback of everything that they think if they did it, this is the way it should be, and it's like it's not even close to that.
Oh,
I think it's like when Nick Saban retired. It was all these different things. I mean, at one point it was Miss Terry had dementia. I mean, it's just so
I hadn't heard that one. Man.
Yeah. Oh no, that was the first one that came out. That
she was sick.
Yeah, it had like 2 years to live, and he was going to be. I mean, it's like, golly, these people can jump in and make up every story that they could possibly think of.
Man, my first thought was something was going on with him. So,
no, I tell you what was going on because I was down there this week. Freak Daddy is he's got a $20 million mansion on Jupiter Island. The guys I walked in the McDonald's down there in Jupiter having me a sausage egg McMuffin. The old guys in the corner heard I was from Alabama. Said, "Yeah, one of your favorite guys is down here right now." He's at the club a lot. He's a great guy.
Yeah, I think his, and it's turned into the, where I hope that, I don't get to, but I know I'm already starting to get there. But it's like, everything I say something, I'm thinking, God, these are the same things I heard my father say that I never would have thought that I would have said. And he's got to the point to where here you're a 70-year-old man and a 17-year-old sitting in front of you telling you how much money you're going to pay him. Then that changes the entire dynamic.
Yeah.
I think that was his. It was like, I'm not doing this anymore.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, but yeah, hopefully the Havoc will pull one out tonight. I mean, they played really good in the latter parts of the game, but it just was just too little too late. So we'll see with 1 game left.
Yeah, we were wondering where Buster was. The later it got in the game.
Yeah, I think they keyed in on him. I mean, he, at the Iceplex the other night, I mean, they just didn't pay attention to him. And even his last goal, the 4th goal that he scored the other night, I mean, it was just like, does anybody – I mean, this guy scored 3 goals. Like, does anybody realize that he's here? I mean, it was like they didn't even plan for him, and definitely adjusted last night for sure.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we ended up having to change our goalie last night, whereas it was the other way around the other night. And, I made a comment to somebody I was texting to who was at the watch party last night. I was like – I wonder if that shot that Mike Robinson took the other night in that first game, kind of affected him more than we thought it did.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I think they played really, really good at home. Roanoke's been so. I talked to Glenn, and I was kind of saying, hey, look, the way we're playing, we're just going to run through them. And he's like, I don't think that's going to be the case. They're going to be ready at their place. And there is a little bit of, even though you don't have as many fans there is just something about being home.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, when you're also pushed against the wall tonight, it may be there. But if it's your chance that your season's over, then you really find out who steps up and who's going to be the one that makes it happen.
That's true. Well, buddy, I'd love to talk more about T-Bone, but just tell him we all said happy birthday from Applebee's Tailgate Talk, and we'll catch you next week.
Absolutely. I think I may go try to catch a James Clemens Bob Jones baseball game with this weather here. They got 2 today, so I may go may go check that out. So it's been fun watching some area baseball. I went to see the Liberty middle school baseball game. They played Buckhorn the other night. Just a real quick thing with them. I went to see them. They were getting beat 8-3 in the bottom of the sixth, and it started raining, and Liberty came back and won 9-8.
Yeah.
And won their championship. They scored 6 points and 6 runs in one top of one inning. So
that's because you showed up, man. You were the motivation.
Right. No, I think it's because I left because I didn't have a raincoat or umbrella, so I left.
That's good. Thanks, brother. We'll talk to you.
All right, see you later.
Ladies and gentlemen, Freak Daddy Clay Coleman, our Huntsville Havoc hookup. It's time to take a break. We're back to top of the hour. He called us in on the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. We'll be right back.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed and insured, Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
Davis & Cole LLP in Athens has served the area assisting individuals and businesses with bookkeeping, tax preparation and filing, and routine accounting. Davis & Cole LLP, located at 105 South Marion Street, open weekdays 9 to 5. Call 256-232-9994. Davis & Cole LLP.
When you're looking for something special for your next event, why not bring in the most amazingly fine flavored shaved ice this side of the islands? Kona Ice of Decatur in Athens. Whether it's a school or major sporting event, a picnic, or a festival, Kona Ice brings the fun and laughter. From their steel drum music to their signature flavor wave, where guests can flavor their own shaved ice. No event is too big or too small. Kona Ice makes fundraising easy too. Call Kona Ice today and tell them what you have in mind. 256-566-5298. Or look for them on your favorite social media platform. Kona Ice of Decatur in Athens. 256-566-5298. Applebee's Tailgate Talk wants to recognize our local athletes, and you can help. Go to tailgatetalk.net throughout the school year to vote for the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. The winner receives a Tailgate Talk t-shirt from that shirt printing place. Submit your own nominations for future polls, too. While you're there, check out the Tailgate Talk archives and see what you might have missed. That's the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. Cast your vote today from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and Tailgate Talk.
Hi, this is Terry Henley, former running back from the Auburn Tigers, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, old Tomcat, alongside producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. We're at our special guest segment sponsored by Yellowhammer Roofing. One of my favorite Auburn players. Andy, I got to tell you right off the bat, I'm Tom McClung. I'm the only Auburn fan on the show, dude. All right. Yeah, we good. We really, really good. Andy Fuller, ladies and gentlemen. Big Andy Fuller is what I was trying to get out of my brain, and everything just got crossed up. Buddy, big number 82. Everybody liked Frank Sanders. He was number 81, but you and Coach, I call him Coach Nix now, but you and Patrick y'all had your own rapport down there, especially against Florida Gators.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Me, Patrick, and Frank were real good friends throughout our time at Auburn, and we still are to this day. And that's just some of the things that we did, at practice and at school. We hung out a lot, and that's how we was able to build that rapport with each other.
So that's great. Now, I was there in Coach Bowden's first season, the Florida game. Set into rain and watched the game, and were you the tight end? I know you were in the swamp the very following year. Were you the starting tight end in that game as well?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Coach Bowden, whatever it was, Coach Spurrier the defense was wide open in the middle of the field, and you guys just eat their lunch through middle field passes. Talk a little bit about that for us.
Right. Yeah, that was the game plan going into the game. For that week, we knew we had an opportunity because they played with two linebackers in the middle of the field. So that play that we normally ran to keep the middle of the field open, we knew it was going to work when we ran a double screen to both sides. So that's how it actually worked to open up the middle of the field. Each linebacker on each side took the running backs that flared out from the right to the left. And I sold it like I was pass blocking, and then I was able to come right down the middle of the field.
Oh, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. So it was a delay type thing.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Now, I got to ask you one question. Do you still have that big old neck roll that you used to play with down there, or did they make you give it back to Auburn?
Oh no! I left it. I ain't want it no more. I look at the pictures now. I don't know what I was doing with that thing. Now you look at things after you get through playing, and you're like, man, what were you thinking? But
I know what you was thinking because it made you look mean. That's what it was.
Yes, sir.
Jason Miska and some of the other big linebackers, that all having big neck rolls on. It may have helped, it may not have helped, but it showed it make them look mean. That's for sure.
Yes, sir.
Andy, I know I just wanted to jump on that right off the bat. Was some of my earliest memories of hearing Andy Fuller down there. Now, you went as an unrestricted free agent to Miami. They put you on waivers, and you end up going to Europe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tell us about that. How was that?
Man, that was my first time really being out the country, so that was a really nice experience. It was NFL Europe, so it was still run by the NFL.
Okay.
Guys, had to be allocated by, certain pro teams there, so it was a great experience. Seeing guys from all over, the country that you've seen play against or see playing. So my quarterback, and I was fortunate, it was John Kittner. They ended up playing for the Cowboys for a long time and the Seahawks. So
absolutely,
that was my quarterback, and we was able to win the World Bowl over there the first year. And our head coach was Dick Curl. That used to be at Boston College.
Nice.
So it was a great experience for me. Being out the country for about four months out the year to live in Barcelona, Spain, and travel. It was really, really educational, and really loved it.
Absolutely, who wouldn't love being in Barcelona? My stepson was recently in Seville, Spain, for a week with college. Okay. So yeah, he loved it.
Did you go to a barber there?
I asked him if he went to the barber and was his name Figaro, and never got a good answer for that. So fast forward a few more days, you end up in Huntsville, Alabama, playing for the Tennessee Valley Vipers.
Oh man, that was probably the best time of my life. Those 5 seasons, with those guys, and being in the inaugural season of the AF2, with Todd Luganbill and our late owner Art Clarkson. It was in Joe Stroud. He's still in Birmingham with the hockey, but he was our general manager, and Ashley Balch. So it was a great time. It was a big family. Playing with some guys like Curtis Jeter, Tracy Kendall, Ronald Barner. David Knott. They played at Ole Miss. So we had some great experiences. Proctor, that was the kicker at Alabama. So we had a great opportunity to play with some guys from the SEC and some guys again that I was able to watch and play against.
Yeah, a lot of folks here were really upset, not mad, I guess, but just hated that the Vipers franchise wasn't able to continue. So arena football was a big success here in Huntsville.
Right. Yes, it was. People to this day I wish we at least still had the Hammers or some type of arena football to be able to have some spring football here in Huntsville.
Right.
Because I just remember the times of the VBC being sold out, 6,500 people on a Saturday night, coming to watch us play. It was just a great opportunity.
Yes, sir.
Well, now the rules are a little bit different in arena football. What was how much? I don't know. Was there any issues as far as getting used to the way you could do or could not do things?
Well, no. I guess it was we just had to take our hat off to, our coaching staff that we had to take time out to learn the rules. And, we implement that in practice every day to know how we had to substitute and, knowing all the rules. And Coach Luca Bill and the late Ray Green and John Kirk, they kept us, up to date on the rules and made sure we knew what we was getting into the first game of the season. So I think that kind of helped us out that first season because, it was new to everybody. So, but I guess the more work we put in, the better we got.
Yeah, y'all got pretty good. I mean, didn't you win the cup? I guess is that what it's called?
Well, we went the first year, the inaugural year, we went to the championship. I think the Hammers were the one that won the IPFL championship, the AF2 championship, the Alabama Hammers.
Okay.
But we was able to get to the championship game a couple of times and things like that. But I think that we helped set the groundwork for how the team ended up doing.
Yes, man, that's great. And fast forward a little bit more, you end up coaching on the hill there, dude, at Alabama A&M.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Take my hat off. Originally, I had to do is give first honor to Coach Ron Cooper. He let me be on his staff as a graduate assistant in 1998. So he gave me my first taste of football, and being able to go to Alabama A&M and do that was a blessing. But then also, 2006, 2007, Coach Anthony Jones gave me the opportunity to come on his staff and stay there, and I was able to stay there season under Coach James Spady. So yeah, it was a great opportunity to come coach at the school my mom and dad graduated from.
Oh, that's great, man.
In a place where I grew up, and a lot of my other family members went to Alabama A&M, and family worked at Alabama A&M, so it was an honor to be up there for, those seasons, 14 seasons, to be able to be up there.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, Coach Cooper is at Long Island right now, University?
Correct. Correct.
You won't ever believe this, dude. I was flying out Sunday morning through Huntsville out to, I work on the road sometimes, and I'm talking to this really sweet lady and standing in line. She goes, yeah, I'm flying up to New York. My husband's a football coach. I said, oh, that's great. She goes, yeah, his name Ron Cooper. That name's familiar. She goes, yeah, he used to coach at Alabama A&M. I'm like, oh, well, no wonder it was familiar.
Right.
And so anyways, I met Miss Cooper Sunday morning in the line to get on the plane. Very sweet lady.
Wow. Yes.
Well, now you were in the captain's chair for a little bit there at A&M.
Yes, sir. I was Coach Spady moved me when he got to move me to assistant head coach for the 4 years he was there. But then when they looked to make a change, they named me the interim. I was an interim coach about a month and a half, doing the interview process and things like that. So it gave me a little, I guess, put my feet to the fire a little bit in that position because, a lot of people really know a lot of work comes when you're the head of anything, not just coaching, but when you're head of a business, and that's what it is when you're a head coach. You're head of a Fortune 500 company or a company in general, so you have maybe over 150 people that you got to look over when you're talking about your team, your support staff, and things like that. So, yeah, it was a great opportunity.
So is that something that you wish that would have lasted?
Oh, yeah, most definitely, because I tell people, they always ask me now, do I miss it? I said, I don't miss the long hours you put in, but I do miss affecting the young men's lives that you come across when you become a coach. So that's the biggest thing, the big blessing is when you're able to, help a young man and complete a promise when you tell their parents that, make sure that they get an education. We all, want to make sure, try to go to the next level, but we also got to have that backup plan if it doesn't happen. So, and that's the biggest thing I love out of it is when my former players now call me or I see them and they, now they're starting their families. Now they see and understand why I was so hard on them.
You end up at Jordan Hare with Alabama A&M, sort of a coming home party. How was
twice.
that?
Twice. Yeah. I mean, it was, different. They would, ask me what to expect. And, of course, I could tell them that, but I've never been on the visitor side. I really couldn't tell you what the visitors' locker room looked like because my 4 years at Auburn, never been in the visitors' locker room. So that was my first time. But it's just far as just getting down there and getting to the field. I just told them, you know, they're going to love you. The Auburn fans are great, and that's what everybody was telling me how well they treated them. You know, Coach Miles, first year, Coach Chiswick, you know, came out and met with me before the game, you know, just doing warm-ups. And then the next year that we went, Coach Malzahn had a great conversation with him and my parents. Had my parents on the field with me before the game, and, you know, my wife and my daughter. So, you know, he came over and spent some time with us before the game. And that just tells people, I just tell people, anytime you come to Auburn and you do it the right way, they're going to always have the door open and roll out the red carpet.
That's exactly right. What's going on in Andy Fuller's life right now that not that we need to know, but we're curious people. We're fans, buddy. Tell us how Andy's doing these days.
Man, I'm doing great. Like I said, I'm here in Huntsville, Alabama. I'm currently working with a company. We are here representing Alabama Power, help do the program manager for Alabama Power in Birmingham. So in Birmingham 2 or 3 days out the week, then the rest of the week I'm working here from Huntsville. So it's a great opportunity to, you know, learning something different. I tell people, coaching. So I had to. I tell them, coaching is not a real job. It's something that you love to do, and you always want to give back. But now I told them I had to give me a real job. So I love working, you know, working with the people at Alabama Power. I mean, it's a great experience and great opportunity.
That's awesome. Because we all need power. Don't believe us. Just wait till the thunderstorms roll through. We need that power, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do you keep up with the Auburn program now, football, or do you ever make it down for games?
Yeah. I try to get down for a couple of home games and, you know, tailgate with some of my former teammates and just get my family down there and have a good time. So, yes, sir. So I'm looking forward to the first game of the year is Alabama A&M versus Auburn. So I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, wow.
Well, producer extraordinaire here, Tim, the guy you spoke with, he always submitted media requests to Tuscaloosa. And Tuscaloosa won't give him no media request, dude. But he submitted media request to Auburn. And since I'm the only Albie on the team, I got every game last year in the press box. So hopefully I can get a few more. And if I can get that on the field, if I can get that on the field pregame, I'd love to say hello to you at the end.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Most definitely.
Absolutely.
Did you
looking forward to?
Did you get to go or see the spring game?
No, I didn't go. I was supposed to go, but I had another prior engagement because we had the alumni flag football game also.
You did, yes. I watched that.
Yeah. So I played in it 2 years ago. Then we didn't do it last year, and I signed up for it this year, but I had another engagement that I had to get to.
Have you seen any video from it or anything to kind of give you an idea of what they got?
I think we're gonna be okay. I was actually able to go down. I went down because I had a crew working at Auburn, so I was able to that afternoon go watch practice for a little while I was down there a couple weeks ago. And I just think we're gonna build. Their receiver room is in good hands with Cam Coleman.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna be. He's different. Already is a 18-year-old freshman. 17-year-old, 18-year-old freshman should be going to his prom. I think he just went to his prom.
He went to his prom,
yeah. So I just think I think we're gonna be okay. I just want everybody to know it's not gonna happen overnight.
No.
So I know everybody looks for 5 stars to come in and change, but sometimes we have to be honest. We got to let them go through their hard times and make mistakes, but learn from them. But I think the future is bright with him and the young receivers that we have. And I heard they have another big time receiver supposed to be on campus today from Penn State.
I'm just 3 names. He got 3 names. I can't remember them, but I'm looking forward to seeing how that turns out.
Right. So, but I think we're gonna be in good hands. Auburn football is getting back. You just have to give a coach his own time to get his program in there. And I think if we keep waiting, it's gonna come. Because the same thing happened with Bruce Pearl.
Yes.
We let Bruce Pearl build his team, let him go through the heartaches and build from it. And now look at him. So I think if we leave Coach Freeze alone, we should be okay. Because we all wasn't perfect. Even Coach Dye that I got a chance to play for, we all wasn't perfect. He had to go through some hard hard time. So,
yes, sir.
I just think the coach had just left Alabama messed up for everybody, all that winning, and they want us all to win so quickly. But
he raised the bar a little bit, didn't he?
He raised the bar a little bit. So, it's hard. It's pressure being the other coach in the state of Alabama when you have to go against him. But I think it's good for football, and I think if we be patient, I think we're going to be okay.
I totally agree with you. I love the way he's building. He's taking what he has to out of the portal. But Andy, we're close to the same age. I'm 58, so I remember Jackie Sherrill at Mississippi State years ago. Jackie Sherrill coming in Mississippi State's got JUCOs like crazy. So Jackie would build his Mississippi State program up. Every year he's hitting 4 or 5 JUCO transfers, and that's kind of what the portal is nowadays. Is in a way is when you could go get JUCOs.
Right, and I think right now is a good way to use the portal. Because you don't want to get too many portal players, but you still want to get some young ones that you can build around. But it's good to get those good pieces from the portal that can help you while you're training and getting the younger guys ready. So if you get bits and pieces from the portal and then just combine that with some good 4 and 5 stars, then even some 3 stars or no stars, because the stars really don't mean nothing when you put that helmet on.
You got that right.
And you had to line up in front. You had to line up in front of the band in front of you. So it's all about who wants it the most and goes out there and put that work in. And I think just seeing practice, the time I was there, those guys are really putting in their work, working hard, and was able to see Charles Kelly that was on the staff. That was a GA when I was at Auburn, so I was able to. He coached me, so just getting a chance to talk to him. Yeah, just seeing the energy, and Patrick Nix was at practice the day I was there, so we sat there and talked the whole time. So man, we feel the energy coming back to Auburn. So.
Go ahead, Tim. I'm sorry.
I was going to say we always like to ask former players their thoughts on the portal and this NIL stuff. So, what are you thinking about all that?
I like the portal some, but I wouldn't want to build my whole team from the portal. Maybe get some veterans, that can help me while I'm getting my younger guys ready. NIL, I wish we had the NIL when I was at Auburn, but sometimes I think you got to be careful, because I think a lot of kids are just leaving for the money, going to another school instead of just building that foundation, and don't be scared to run away from competition.
Right.
So that's the biggest thing I like. Well, I'd be concerned if a guy is transferred 3 or 4 times. It's not the school; it might be the individual.
Very possible.
I just think you got to be careful and do your homework when you bring someone in from the portal. But if it's someone that can fix and help an issue, I'm all for it.
Before we let you go, throw one name here out at you. He's coming in next year, freshman. I love that Coach Freeze is finally getting some offensive tackles on the field, man. But keep an eye out of Athens, Alabama, Mr. Spencer Dolan, 6'6", 290 pounds.
Yep.
He's gonna be a hoss. He's a mean one, buddy. He's a mean one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. I've been keeping up with him as well. I try to keep my nose to the grindstone of my ear to, some of these top recruits around this area, and we have some talent here in North Alabama.
One more quick question. I know Tim's. We're on a break here. This 5-star kid out of not James Clemens. He's up here out of Huntsville. Jamison, yes. What do you know about him? Good. Of course, he's not committed, but evidently Auburn's looking at him hard.
I've heard everyone is looking at him. I heard he has a high motor, is a great athlete. So I'm looking forward to seeing him play this year. I didn't get a chance to make it to a lot of high school games this past year. Okay. But I'm looking forward to go see him, because I've heard nothing but great things about him here in the community and here in the city about how great a player he is. So I'm looking forward to getting out there and seeing him play and maybe practice.
That's great. Andy, don't be a stranger, buddy. Let's talk again during football season.
Most definitely. Just give me a call. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
War Eagle to everyone.
War Eagle, brother. Thank you so much, sir. Andy. All right.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, Andy Fuller, Big Andy Fuller from Auburn, number 82. One of my favorites. It's time to take a quick break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
From day one, First National Bank has been built on a strong foundation of community first. First to lend a helping hand, first to help with community events and fundraisers, first to support local students, athletic programs, and civic organizations, first to support events like United Way, Relay for Life, and many more charitable events, and most importantly, working for our great community. Without you, there'd be no First National Bank. Making communities great together, that's what we strive for.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
For screen printing, sign printing, banners, logo design, and more, look no further than That Shirt Printing Place. Located at 709 North Jefferson Street in Athens. Call 256-444-1827. That Shirt Printing Place. Visit them online at thatshirtprintingplacellc.com. Look for them on Facebook too. That Shirt Printing Place. 256-444-1927. That Shirt Printing Place.
PASnetwork.net. It's now your gateway to the Play Action Sports Network. Whether it's Play Action Sports coverage of school, youth, and amateur sports from Athens and Limestone County, or Calhoun basketball, James Clement Sports, and Applebee's Tailgate Talk via PAS Plus. PASnetwork.net. Follow the links to download apps to hear live streams and podcasts, enable Alexa skills, or listen live on your computer. Covering Athens and Limestone County area sports, PASnetwork.net.
Hello, I'm Andrew Smith, head baseball coach at Ardmore High School, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Let me give you some trash talk.
Hey, you want to talk some trash?
Trash?
Trash. Won't pick it up, take them like away. Girl, why not take out the trash?
You don't know how to trash talk, do you?
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, old Tom Cat, alongside producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. We've got the voice of the Trash Pandas on the phone with us on the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. Mr. Josh Caray. Josh, welcome to the show, buddy.
Hey, Tom. Good to hear from you.
Hey, good hearing from you too, man. Down there in Pensacola, how's things doing?
Right now, the team has split the first 4 games. We've got 2 more coming up, one tonight, one tomorrow, and hopefully we can get at least one, hopefully, if not both, and come on home in a good mood.
I hear you. The pitching matchup tonight, Alan Rangel starts for the Trash Pandas. How's he been pitching this year so far?
Alan's been tremendous. He's probably been the most consistent starter of the bunch. He's a Southern League veteran. He was with the Mississippi Braves for a while.
Okay.
So I expect some good things from him tonight, and hopefully can get us a win.
That's awesome. When is the next time I could do this just by looking at the schedule, but the next time the Trash Pandas are at home?
We'll be home Tuesday and kick off the 6-game series against Tennessee. So that should be a lot of fun. We're going to have an education day on Wednesday and fireworks on Friday and Saturday. So it should be a lot of fun. Should be. That'd be great. Me and my wife keep saying we got to get out to a game. I wasn't able to make it last weekend. It was part of the job thing. But now we like to talk. I like to ask you about restaurants down there in Pensacola. I'm fixing to give you one of the best hamburger joints you've ever eaten at. If you like a good cheeseburger and good fries. All right, let's hear it. The Reef down on Pensacola Beach is a little hole in the wall. They've got a sign that says the best burger on the beach. All right. Get it. I'll see if I can get down there. If you can get there, it's worth
is worth the napkins you're going to have to use. That was because I have a shellfish allergy, dude. So I found it, and I was down there for business in the winter. You can get a decent room at the beach. And I was down there, and they had no shellfish in the place. So I just walked in and said, I'm going to test y'all's theory, your claim of the best burger on the beach. And they were right. Good stuff. All right. So the Reef. All right. Pensacola Beach.
I'll have to check it out.
Absolutely. Yeah. So let's get back talking about some. Right now, the Trash Pandas are 7-6. Go ahead, Tim.
I was sure say, I mean, Pensacola had a big 8th inning last night, didn't he?
Yeah, they scored 3 runs. The team was winning 4-2. Pensacola came back and won. It was just one of those nights where the bullpen struggled, but hopefully they can get back on track tonight.
So the overall record 7-6 for the Trash Pandas, 6-7 for the Wahoos. Like Trash Pandas are playing decent ball. We had a guy called up to the AAA this week. Is that right?
Yeah, Brett Caray, who had been with us for parts of the last 4 seasons. He's now at AAA Salt Lake. And, we wish him the best. Really good guy and did a great job representing our organization. And, he's going to get a bump up. He's going to see some better competition. And we'll see how he does. And if he can do well there, hopefully we'll see him in Los Angeles.
That'd be great. That would be great. A guy I follow a little bit here, Chase Chaney. Any idea when he'll get his next start?
Chase, it's not Sunday. I think it's going to be next Tuesday is when he'll go out there for Rocket City. If not then Wednesday. But I know his grandpa real well, and
yes.
I think he's looked pretty good so far in the first 2 starts. So hopefully we'll get to see more of him next week.
Yeah, we had Mr. Chaney and Mr. Darrell on the show a couple of times.
I'm hoping he'll get to Saturday start where maybe we can get Darrell. Darrell was wanting to come into town and watch him, so maybe we can get him to run by Applebee's and be with us too.
That would be nice.
Well, we'll see what happens. I don't know what his travel schedule is.
No, we don't, but we don't either. So it's just one of the things that's on the list of what we hope we can get done. So, Josh, safe travels, bud. Thanks for joining us again. We appreciate all you do for the Trash Pandas.
Okay, thank you so much. Appreciate it,
buddy. Thank you, sir. Goodbye. Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Caray of the Rocket City Trash Pandas on the First National Bank Hotline, making communities great. That's all we got, ain't it, brother? Tim's got to go. He's got to go do some baseball play-by-play. So we are out of here. We still got, registration starts at 11. Started at 11. It's 11:30. Still got 30 minutes to get registered for the tournament here. $50 to enter the tournament. Top prize $500. Benefits the American Cancer Society. Cornhole for a Cure. Come on out. Bags in the air at noon. I'm Tom McClung, old Tomcat. Producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. We ain't got to go home, but he got to go to James Clemens. And we got to get ourselves up out of here. We'll see you next week.
Davis & Cole LLP in Athens has served the area assisting individuals and businesses with bookkeeping, tax preparation and filing, and routine accounting. Davis & Cole LLP, located at 105 South Marion Street, open weekdays 9 to 5. Call 256-232-9994. Davis & Cole LLP.
While others have come and gone, the Lions Den Gym has been roaring as a workout and exercise fixture in Athens, growing from its humble basement beginnings in 1981 to their current 10,000 square foot location at 212 Commercial Drive in Athens. The Lions Den offers 24/7 access to their ever-expanding equipment collection that includes treadmills and climbers, elliptical trainers, stationary bikes, loose weights and dumbbells, and over 45 different weight machines. Contact the Lions Den Gym about a membership today at 256-652-2627. Visit them online at lionsdengym.com or on Facebook. The Lions Den Gym, 256-652-2627. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell, there when things things go wrong, here to help life go right. Keep up with local school, travel, youth, and amateur sports throughout the week with the Play Action Sports Update. Listen weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 as we bring you the latest scores, news, and announcements from Limestone County and surrounding communities. That's the Play Action Sports Update 3 times a day, Monday through Friday on 1080 WKAC. You've been listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk live on location. You can hear the archive of this and other shows online at tailgatetalk.net. Join us next Saturday at 10 a.m. on 1080 WKAC. Applebee's Tailgate Talk is a production of Play Action Sports on 1080 WKAC.